multiple choice question. Wherever it is given like choose the correct letter A, B, C or D, it means this is multiple choice question. We have to select one option out of 4. So let's read 5th number. The example of the fruitless fair. This is the word, we know where it was, underlines the writer's point about. So this fair underlines the writer's main point about. So we will not read anything, only we will find this word. So here in second paragraph we have got this word. See this, fruitless fall. And here they are talking about, we have to know example of the fruitless fair underlines the writer's point about. Okay. Okay, yeah, from where we can read it. So sentence is starting from here. Concern about these practices and their effects on pollinators isn't new. In her 1962 ecological farm Cry Silent Spring, Rachel warned of a fruitless fall that could result from the disappearance of insect pollinators. The impact for using pesticides. So wherever we have read, nothing is there about pesticides. Impacts of losing insect pollinators could result from the disappearance insect pollinators. Exact thing is given. See this, wherever you have found the location of this statement, of course writer is saying something. He warned of this fall, and after that he said could result means impact from the disappearance of insect pollinators. That's why we have selected this one. Now 6th number question. So now 6th question we will be doing, what can honeybees adapt to modern agriculture system? We know modern agriculture system in next paragraph. So why can honeybees adapt to modern agriculture system? Okay, so here in B paragraph we have found question number 5th. Now we will go to another paragraph, C paragraph, and you can do subscribe and practice with me. So in C paragraph, modern system is here. See this, modern system of agriculture is here. So let's read the question statement again. Why can honeybees adapt to the modern agriculture system? Okay, so honeybees is here. Let's read it from here. And although they are not the most efficient pollinator of every crop, honeybees have strength in numbers with 20,000 to this much in a single hive. Without a doubt, if there was one bee you wanted for agriculture, it would be the honeybee, says this person, US Department of Agriculture. The honeybee, in other words, has become a crucial cog in the modern system of industrial agriculture. That system delivers more food and more kinds of it to more places more cheaply than ever before. But system is also vulnerable because making a farm. Okay, so let's read the options. We have read so much thing. Why can honeybees adapt to the modern agriculture system? Honeybees can pollinate more crops efficiently. This is not given. The bees have been semi-domesticated since ancient time. It is given, but I don't think so they are talking about semi-domesticated. Word is also there. Let's read it. The honeybee has been semi-domesticated since the time of the ancient Egyptians, but it wasn't just familiarity that determined this choice. Okay, so it was not that familiarity was not there. The bees have been semi-domesticated since, but here question is here, why can honeybees adapt to the modern agriculture system? Not talking about any ancient times according to the question. Honeybees can be protected away from pesticides. The ability of wild pollinators using to serve crop declines. I think crop declines is also not there. So let's finish this C paragraph again. Honey bee, in other words, has become a crucial cog in the modern system of this. This system delivers more food, more kinds of it, and more places more cheaply than ever before. But the system is also vulnerable because making a farm field into photosynthesis equivalent of factory floor pollination into series leaches out some of the resilience characters of natural ecosystem. Okay, so nothing is given about declines actually. Honeybees can be protected away from pesticides. See this. It is given like that. yes, modern system is here now. So that system delivers more food, more kinds of, more places, more cheaply than ever. And yes, we can select this because otherwise decline is also not given. So we can select honeybees hives can be protected away from pesticides. So in modern pesticides, of course they are using it, but let's find where they have given pesticides. Crucial cog in the modern system of agriculture. That system delivers more food, more kinds, more cheaply than, it means indirectly they have given they can be protected away from pesticides when they are getting more food, more kinds of places to live and all. So indirectly I think they are talking about it. Now 7th number, the writer mentions factories and assembly lines. Now factories and assembly lines. Factory is here and assembly lines, where we can get assembly lines is also here. It means location was just above for 6th. Now we are doing 7th. The writer mentions factories and assembly lines too. Why he is talking about? Okay, but the system is also vulnerable because making a farm field into photosynthetic equivalent of factory floor and pollination into a series of continent long assembly lines also leaches out some of the resilience characteristic of natural ecosystem. Some problem may be there. It means 7th question. One drawback of the industrialized agriculture system, a low cost in modern, so this is not explained. So low cost, not talking about factory, in fact they were talking about something else, modern system. So role of honeybees on pollination, what a high yield is also not given. Only one they are talking about drawback. So we can select, see this. System is also vulnerable because making a farm field into photosynthetic equivalent of a factory floor, pollination into a series of this also leaches out. Leaches out means some drawback may be talking, some of the resilience characteristic of natural ecosystem because of factory and assembly lines. So a low cost in modern agriculture, it is not matching because here, but they have started with, because modern system they were talking about something is cheaply and all. So that's why one drawback of this system. Now 8th question. In the 6th paragraph, location is already given. Winfrey's experiment proves that. Now this person name we know, we have already selected in 6th paragraph. Let's go to next paragraph. Now this is the 6th paragraph and we have got this person name here. This Winfrey's experiment proves that, what she had proved that, recently led a team that looked at the pollination of 4 summer crops, okay, tomato and all, at 25 farms in the region. Winfrey's team identified 54 species of wild bees that visited these crops and found wild bees were the most important pollinators in the system, even though managed honeybees were present on many of the farms. In another study, okay, till here we have to find the answer. This is the so in another study, so it means some other person, okay, no, so in another study, watermelon, Winfrey and her colleagues calculated that native bees alone could provide sufficient pollination, 90%. By contrast, honeybees alone could provide sufficient pollination at 75% of farms. Okay, I think identified 54 species visited were most important pollinators, even though, okay, let's read the options. Honeybees can be pollinate various crops. There are many types of wild bees as pollinators. Wild bees team identified 54 species of wild. So what she has proved, that we need to find. Honeybees can pollinate various crops. No, only 4 crops, they are not various. So this will not come. There are many types of wild bees as pollinators. Many types of wild bees were responsible for 60. So no, nothing is given like that many types of wild bees as pollinator. The wild bees can increase the yield to a higher percentage. So yield kind of thing means wherever agriculture crop is increased, nothing is given like yield. Yield means increment in the crop production to a higher percentage. This is also not given. Wild bees work more efficiently as pollinator than honey bees in certain areas. This also we can find the most important pollinators in the system. Even though managed honeybees were present on many of the farms, wild bees were responsible for 62% of flower visits in the study. So this is the thing they have said. Wild bees were responsible for. Wild bees work more efficiently as a pollinator than honeybees in certain cases. So this we can select it. Okay, so this is the location you can find. Now, what does the writer want to suggest in the last paragraph? Now, last paragraph, let's find. Of course, this is the last paragraph. Of course, not all farmers will be able to implement, because we are looking for 9th question. Writer want to suggest in the last paragraph. So, not all farmers will be able to implement all of these practices, and researchers are suggesting a shift to a kind of agriculture system. For small scale farms, native bees may be indeed all that's needed. For larger operation, a suite of managed bees with honeybees filling the journalist role and other native bees pollinating specific crops could be augmented by free pollination services from resurgent wild pollinators. In other words, they are saying we still have an opportunity to replace a monoculture with something diverse, resilient and robust. Okay. So the importance of honeybees in pollination. So no, actually they are talking about agriculture importance. Adoption of different bees in various sizes of agriculture. Adoption of different bees. They are talking about, yes. So every kind of bees they are talking about, honeybees, pollinators and all. So we can select this, but let's read another. The comparison between intensive and rare field agriculture. No comparison is not given. The reason why farmers can rely on native pollinators. Reason. No, it is also exactly not given why they have not. So adoption of different bees in size, it is given. See this. For small scale farms, native bees. For larger operation, a suite of managed bees. So with honeybees filling this and this. So this they are talking about the honeybees and all. They can adopt for various kind of agriculture. So this we have selected.